Senate Bill 743. We're rethinking how we build so Californians can drive less. In California, we are rethinking how we build, moving away from projects that stimulate more driving and instead focusing on investments that support more efficient drive trips, high occupancy trips, transit, and active transportation. Before we look at what will be different with SB 743, let's look at what will not change. The state's commitment to SB 1's Road Maintenance and Rehabilitation Program is firm. It is not changed by SB 743. Projects that reconfigure existing roadways, calm traffic, or enhance safety are also not affected. Projects to enhance walking, biking, and taking transit are not affected. And paving projects will continue. The change for transportation projects on our freeways and major state highways is that they will need to assess any additional vehicle miles traveled, VMT, that might be generated. That VMT analysis must now consider the concept of induced travel. Drivers typically change their habits to take advantage of improved travel times that, in the short term, result from new capacity. They might change routes, shift to solo driving instead of sharing rides, taking transit, walking or cycling, or they might make longer and more frequent trips. Building more and wider highways can also lead to more dispersed land development, which, in turn, can increase the amount of traffic and the time we spend driving. SB 743 changes how both development and transportation projects are analyzed. Let's take a closer look at the new process for analyzing transportation projects on our freeways and other parts of the state highway system. Local streets and roads might be analyzed differently based on decisions by local governments. As we noted before, many transportation projects, including maintenance and rehabilitation projects, won't create any increased VMT, and they aren't affected by these changes. If a project will add capacity to the state highway system, like adding new lanes or building new roadway segments, then an analysis of the potential VMT increase associated with induced travel will need to be performed. There are new tools and updates to existing traffic analysis tools that will help to measure induced travel associated with this type of project. After assessing alternatives, a capacity-increasing transportation project's documented benefits might outweigh the negative impact of VMT increases. In that case, many of the same mitigation strategies as for development projects, such as facilitating carpooling or adding bike and pedestrian trails, could be applied. And ultimately, decision-makers can approve a statement of overriding considerations if mitigation does not result in a less than significant impact. Reducing how much we drive is a big challenge, but we will share big rewards. You can find more information on the Caltrans website at dot.ca.gov and on the Office of Planning and Research website at opr.ca.gov. Just enter SB 743 in the search bar and click.